What's up, guys? Welcome to a live broadcast. In case you don't know, this is a Reezy Resells broadcast. Hope you guys are feeling the new banner, the new background banner. I'm also live via the YouTube mobile app, which is a brand new functionality added to the YouTube app. Not everybody can do it, but your boy recently surpassed the 10,000 subscriber limit, so I just barely made it in by the hairs of my chinny chin into the lucky group of people that actually have YouTube live from mobile. What's up, guys? Shout out to Keno Patrick, Stephanie Rice. Just got done listing for the night. That's what's up. Date night with Amazon. That's how we call it. I really don't have a plan for this broadcast other than something real quick that I wanted to talk about. These are boxes right here. You guys can see this is the box from my old MacBook Pro. This is the box from my new MacBook Pro. And this is the box from my old iPad. And the reason that I want to talk about this real quick, just like a quick pro tip, is that these are worth money. Boxes. Apple products and other technology products, the boxes themselves are worth money. I didn't know it for the longest time, and I pretty much forgot about knowing this actually, but I was throwing away some stuff today, and I almost threw away my box for my brand new MacBook Pro. I'm not the kind of person that just saves packaging. I just throw it away. I don't even read the instructions. But I thought, so I went and looked this up, and these are going for $15 plus shipping. This is for the brand new MacBook Pro or whatever, Touch Bar, Whamma Jamma. $15 plus shipping is the higher end stuff that I've seen. But anyways, the moral of the story is this is a $10 bill minimum. Same thing with your iPad case. Same thing with your old Apple product stuff, because the thing is that people will have a MacBook Pro and they'll want to sell it. But if they have the box, it allows them to sell it for much more. That's what makes these valuable for reselling on eBay, etc., is because you're completing someone's set, and that allows them to get more money, so you're providing them a service, and that's where you can make money. So when you see an iPhone box, and you open it and it's empty, yeah, you didn't find an iPhone at the bins, but you found a $10 bill. So just know that you could sell that box, $10, and it weighs nothing. So you're going to put an empty box inside of another empty box, and you're going to make, $7 or something. Not a home run, but that box is not trash, you know what I mean? Anyways, I got to eat dinner here in a minute, but I figured I'll do at least a 10-minute broadcast. We're 3 minutes in. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, hit me up, and I'll answer them right now. Unfortunately, you can't call, and don't even try. I shouldn't have even said that because we're broadcasting from my phone. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about selling books on Amazon or any Amazon-related questions in general, or if you have any eBay questions, shout out to anyone that's in here that's a part of the 2017 Flip Challenge. What is the quality looking like on this broadcast, guys? This is actually the front-facing camera on my iPhone 6s Plus. I would have preferred to use the rear-facing camera, but then I couldn't see the comments. So what is the highest rank of item I send into Amazon? I'm assuming you mean books. And so for that, I would say the highest ranked book that I've ever sold, I think is around 7 million. But that is kind of a biased answer because I don't send in a lot of books with that high of a rank. So I'm sure if I did send more, more would sell. But generally, most of the books that I sell are going to be under 2 million. Like, that's probably 90% of them are going to be under 2 million rank. I could be a little off on that. I think Caleb Roth, the book flipper, has an article regarding the average rank of a solid book inventory or something like that as far as the percentage of distribution. But, a lot of them are going to be under a million. A good amount are going to be between 1 and 2 million. A lot less are going to be between 2 and 3. And over 3 is no man's land. There's not very many. It's going to be far and few in between. Do you shrink wrap books? No, nothing. Don't do anything. Just put them in the box and get them out. I promise you guys my banner is straight, but the camera is not. I promise you. Let's see if we can fix this without being super crazy. Hold on. YouTube channel looking great. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I mean, I'm not disappointed, but like I'm hyped that this quality. But I went through a little bit to get my quality going good on my, with my nice webcam and blah blah blah. Now here we are, front-facing camera on the iPhone, and it's great, right? So that's another thing, don't worry about equipment. A lot of people that I talk to, they're like, oh, I'm going to start my vlog when I get this new camera. And but whatever, dude. You got a camera in your pocket. Quit talking about it. Let's see. Go, works. Those are Snapchat spectacles. Yeah, the Snapchat specs. Check it out. Boom. You guys just made it on the Snap story. What are your thoughts about that comment disappeared? Can I bring them back? Let's see. Yeah, I can. eBay shoe flips from Marshalls. It works. It's not as fast as Amazon, but it works. Lots of people selling shoes on Amazon. GoPro, great for vlog also. Only $199. Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure that has integrated YouTube stuff too. I got to reach from the other side so I don't cover up the camera. Do you run into restricted shoe brands that you can't sell on Amazon? Some stuff, yeah. Not very many because I'm grandfathered, but there is some brands that I can't sell, and even the occasional Nike that I'm not allowed to sell. Let's see, what was that question? If a book is profitable at new, buy, not used, and you have a used book, can profit still be made? Also, what's the minimum amount? So the easy answer is our low price that we sell books for is $8. So that's based on us paying like $1 or less for a book. So if you go up more, you have to bring that up. I don't understand your question though. If a book is profitable at new, buy, not used, I don't get it. You're going to have to hit me with something that makes more sense. Would like to link up. I'd like to link up with you too, man. That's why I'm out here. My Instagram is Reezy Resells, at Reezy Resells on everything. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Anchor. If you guys don't know what Anchor is, it's like voice. It's like the Twitter of voice. And if you use Anchor and you send me a message on Anchor, I probably reply directly to you on that same day. So Anchor is like a direct line of communication to me, really. And it's great because I can answer your question and then it's a public post and others can learn from it and benefit it from too. So I'm helping you, but I'm also able to generate content, and in that way we're helping each other, and everyone's happy at the end. But check out Anchor. It's a great app. If you guys haven't checked it out, I got turned on to it by Gary Vee. It's super useful. It's like the Snapchat story of podcast. You make 2-minute audio waves and then people reply to them. It's actually pretty tight. So on anything, it's going to be Reezy Resells, and you can find me. Hit me up on my website, reezy.tv. All my links are on there. And the blog is going, guys. We're doing 1 article a week on the blog. I don't know. I don't have a set day for posting the blog articles yet. Seeing as I'm doing the money talks on Monday, what days do you guys think would be good to post blog articles? Or like what would be the day, considering that I'm doing the live show on Mondays? Let's see. Any tips for sourcing at library sales? Yes. Shout out to Alba Vargas for asking this. Lots of tips for library sales. So show up early so you get a good spot in line. Usually you can do some stuff like show up early and leave your chairs in line, or leave like a box in line with your name in it, or a bag or something to hold your spot in line, and then come back like an hour before the sale starts and get in line with everyone else. You want to be within like the first 25 people in the door, if not the first 10, depending on how competitive the sale is that you're at. You're going to need a cart to move your books in the aisle. I like these XL jumbo carts from Staples. I think from Staples or Office Max. I have a link in my description down there for those, I believe. If you can, hire someone else to scan and set them up and teach them how to scan real quick and pay for a month of service. That's worth it for one book sale. Pay them like $10-15 an hour, beers, whatever it takes. If you don't have time to train them or they're not skilled, just have them pay them per hour to shuttle books for you, so that so when your arms are full, you don't have to leave the sales floor to take your books to the holding area. They can take them for you, and your arms will always be free, and your cart will always be empty as well, so that you can get as much books as possible. Be super polite and nice. Clean up after yourself. Clean up after the other jackasses that are making a mess. if they're having a bake sale, buy some cookies, talk to the volunteers, just try to make a relation, just be the good guy, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think there's a few more tips, but that's enough for now. Hit me with some more questions, guys. We just broke over the 10-minute mark. I'll answer a few more questions, and I would appreciate if you guys would smash the like button. And if you aren't subscribed, subscribe. And if you are subscribed but you haven't hit the bell button yet, go up there and hit the bell. That will actually, because YouTube changed the way the alertifications go out, so if you hit the bell, then you'll get a notification that that I'm going live or that I just made a video. Because instead you don't get that notification anymore because they changed it or whatever. Chill the spam, Golden Rich. Went to Marshall's and tried it, inputted from a video. That's what he uses. Have you ever sold on Amazon.ca in Canada? No, I haven't. I heard that it's a little slower. Any luck getting into the back of thrift stores? I have some relations with a couple thrift stores, but not nothing big, not like super huge, just, you know, a couple of small mom and pop shops, you know. That's a good thing, guys. You want to make relations. If you can make a relation with a thrift store, you can sell their books for them, or you can buy all them at a certain rate, and then you don't have to deal with competing against other people. How fast do the shoes that you that you buy on Marshall's? Generally, they're going to sell in 3 months, most of them, if not 6 months. I'm not going to lie, some shoes we do still have that are like a year old, but it's a very small percentage of them. And we just started selling shoes in the last year, so we're not experts, we're still learning. And one of the things we're learning is that you want to price them to move so that you can reinvest the money to buy more shoes that sell faster, is just what I would call better dice rolls, you know. So instead of waiting for that one pair of shoes to sell over 6 months, either it's a bad pair of shoes and you liquidate it and sell it as close to break even or even a small loss to get your money back, so you can re-roll the dice to buy more shoes that are going to sell faster, because selling one pair of shoes in 6 months is nothing compared to flipping that money from that one pair 6 times in 6 months. The return on that same dollars invested for that one pair is way better. So it's a little bit of a hiccup that I learned from I wish I could ban people. Can I ban people from, let's see. Oh, I can. Let's see. Ban. Message reported. Just to confirm, Golden Rich is the guy I'm supposed to ban, right? I'm still figuring out this mobile app. Full-time income from just books possible, no employees? Yeah, definitely impossible, especially if you don't have employees. That makes it more possible because you don't have to pay anyone's paycheck. You're going to work a lot. But, yeah, that's going to be... Books work, guys. Trust me. It's not fast. It's not like you buy 10 of these things for $50 and sell them for $100 right away. It just doesn't happen. But what does happen is you buy books for $1 and they sell for 10, 20, 40, 50, 100, and it snowballs. So you keep sending in your inventory and you keep reinvesting. And because the ROI is so huge and books cost so little, it eventually snowballs to where you're making thousands of dollars a day of sales in books, and most of your sales are things that you paid $1 to $2 for, and they're selling for, you know, $12, which is huge. A lot of stuff doesn't have that kind of margins. How many books are you selling a year? I can't tell you about 2016 because I don't know, because we started selling shoes, but I can tell you that in 2015 we sold $665,000 of used books, and that was 98% books. For the most part, it was all books at an average sale price of around $12, which is close to 10. So, what is that? 66,500 books, 66,500 books or something in 2015. I've done some interviews and stuff about how I started. I'm actually working on filming a short documentary. Hold on, let me figure out how to block this guy because I'm just learning. Put user in timeout. Block. Blocked. You made me have to figure out how to block someone, Golden Rich. I don't like that. I'm working on a short documentary with a filmmaker on how I came up in the game from food stamps to where I'm at now, whatever you want to call it. I had a catchy name, but I totally forgot it. I got to quit reaching to get the comments from that side. How do you sustain a stable income to provide for your family? You work your ass off. Would you mind answering this for me? Let's see. I don't know why the comments fade out. Hold on. AZ to AZ flips using a Prime account but selecting non-Prime. That is okay to do, definitely. You can also use a business account and then get the free shipping through the business account, and that's also okay. I hear FBA sellers say how much they sold in a year, but I never hear what their net profit was. And yeah, that's because people don't like to do taxes, Stephanie, and no one, it's easy to look at your sales and see that every day. It's much harder to see your net profit. So it's not because people are hiding their net profit from you. It's because they don't actually know that number offhand. Like, it's more so like, at least for me, I know that at least 30% of my gross sales on Amazon is going to be profit. It's probably much more than that, but it's at least 30%. It just depends. There's so much overhead that goes into the business. It's not just the buying decisions that I make when I'm scouting products. It's also rent, overhead, services, supplies, etc. So I kind of get bummed out when people say that, like, what's your net profit? Like, if you're a real G, you don't ask that. You ask what's your average sales price, because all I want to know is, did you make $1 million selling $10 books, or did you make $1 million selling $80 whatever widgets? Because that's a huge difference, right? So you can make a large amount of sales dollar-wise on a high average sale price unit and not even make a huge ROI. So, you sold $5 million worth of stuff, but you're selling $500 items and you're only making $50 on each one. So still, that's a lot of money, but it's not what most people think when they see $5 million in sales. So don't always be so bummed out about that. Just know who you're talking to, what they're about. Are they legit, or are they snake oil salesmen? And what do they deal in? And if they'll tell you their average sales price, then you can make some sort of conclusion from there. But I don't expect a lot of people to know net profit on hand. I mean, maybe right around tax time, but enough tax talk. I'm going to get depressed. Good average to be at for what? Average what? Do you carry business liability insurance? No, I do not. What are you selling? I sell books, mostly books, and shoes. It's getting to be more and more shoes. It's still about 80% books units-wise, but dollar-wise, it's probably 30% shoes, 40% shoes, just depending. Why am I getting taxed with merchant fulfilled? They took $356 off of an $8 book. Is there a checklist? If you don't know what you're getting charged, you need to read the fees. There's clear breakdown on everything inside your seller account. How long does it take books to sell? Depends on what the rank is and what day it is and what, a lot of factors. When grading conditions on books, what is the cutoff for it to be good versus acceptable? Amazon has verbatim description for this thing, guys, for book conditions. Follow them rigidly, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And whenever you approach a situation where you're unsure if it should be this condition or that condition, you don't go up, you go down. If you're unsure at all, you go down. Every time you go down. You want to over-deliver. You don't want to under-deliver. Never. That's not good for business. How did I get approved to sell Nike? I was grandfathered. If you sold before the middle of last year, you can still sell. That's a simple answer. Scanner sold out 25 minutes ago. Yeah, they are out of stock for now, guys. Tutorial on Bluetooth scanner. What do you want to know? Are you now selling a lot more books, Amazon merchant? We don't sell anything merchant fulfilled. Nothing. I wouldn't do it. My time's worth so much more than that. Regarding the new fees, it's not a huge deal, guys. We just raised our minimum price from $6 to $8. So for books that we pay the same for, that we would have bought for $6 before the new fees, we will not buy those same books unless they are $8 sales. Let's see. Other than thrift stores, book sales, garage sales, where else do you get books? Craigslist, advertisements, driving books to yourself, bumper sticker on your car, word of mouth, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, tons of stuff. Auctions, storage auctions, look into storage auctions. You're going to have to go to a lot before you find one that's full of books, but when you do, all the other people that are there, they're not going to want it, and you're going to get a whole storage locker of books for super cheap. Do I use an auto pricer? Yes, I do. I use Reprice It and App Eagle. I primarily used Reprice It for the last 10 years, and I just recently started to use App Eagle. It works way better because it's smarter. It reprices your items when the prices change, not on a schedule. But App Eagle costs a lot more, so I don't recommend it unless you're trying to get in the game hardcore. But the cool thing about App Eagle is that there's a trial. I think if I'm smart, I should have a link in the description for App Eagle. Sign up. If I don't, remind me and I'll get that in there for you guys. And sign up for App Eagle through my link, and you get the trial. And in those 7 days or 10 days, whatever it is, I guarantee you will have the best sales days you've ever had. But I'm primarily speaking to people that don't have a repricer and have never used a repricer. If you have never used a repricer and you're unsure about using one, sign up for App Eagle and do the free trial. And I guarantee you will have the best sales days you've ever had. And if you do that and my prediction does come true, hit me in the comments and let me know I was right. Let's see. What's good, peeps? What's up, Hustle and Grow? App Eagle is awesome, just expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. Costs money to make money, though. You have to decide what your time's worth. Kinetic Energy. Reezy Dunn wore those snap shades so long they stuck on his head. Yeah, I can't get him off, guys. I wear them in the house, etc. Oh. Do you sell electronics? I do sell some electronics, not a lot of electronics. I don't like to deal with the customer problems with electronics all the time. Can you talk about buy box? It's a large topic to talk about right now, but there's a company called Feedvisor, and they write a document called the Buy Box Bible, and they do it once a year, I think, or something like that. Go read that document. Even if it's the old, outdated version, you'll learn everything you need to know about the buy box real quickly. But the buy box is insanely important for Amazon sellers. Does used book have to be profitable in the used book category to make money, or can my used book be profitable in the new book category? It doesn't make any sense at all. A used book is a used book. It's not a new book. I rock these shades sometimes. I just like the snap shades because they look cool, and people always go, "What are those?" "Oh, the snap shades. What are those?" And it goes with my colorway too, so... The buy box may not be got by anyone for no reason now. I don't know what that says. Cody Hawk, shout out to the Micro Machines, the reseller world Micro Machine guy. Cody Hawk. He slowed down though. His early videos, he used to talk so fast. Let's see. I heard a rumor that Amazon will soon no longer allow sellers to sell a book new with an invoice. Have you heard anything about that? Yeah, people are getting banned left and right for trying to sell books as new. I don't advise anybody, especially new sellers without a proven track record, to list books as new right now until the dust settles. Have you ever bought wholesale books? No. Let's see. I heard a rumor. Whoop, that's the same question. Reezy, let's collab on a hip-hop track. Let's do it. Down. That makes no sense. I have the buy box on some things. Smash the like button, guys. Thank you. Please do so. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the dinger, the bell thing. You know, it's up there. It's weird, but it works. Any tips for Amazon ads? I'm not a huge expert on that. The private label guys are probably what you want to look to for learning about Amazon ads. Those guys, their whole business relies on Amazon ads. It's not so, it's organic traffic eventually, but it all gets going with Amazon ads. So I've done, some basic campaigns for products, and, I recommend you, if you want to figure it out, go make a campaign for a product or two, keywords, etc., and let it run, and then look what happens. Get familiar with how much it costs for the keywords, etc., and see what the return is. Even if you're just playing with it to learn it, it's still worth it. And I don't really learn so much I don't have any time to sit down or whatever, and so I learn from doing stuff. Like, I throw the instructions out and then just start messing with it. That's how I learn. So when your money's on the line, you're going to learn. Let's see. What's the best way to keep a 3-year-old busy so you can list without him being up your butt? Oh, check it out, Stephanie. There's this really cool YouTube channel called Cosmic Kids Yoga. Luna loves it, and Luna is so crazy. So I'm like amazed that this holds her attention for so long. But Cosmic Kids Yoga, I recommend it to all parents with kids, ages like 5 or less or whatever. But yeah, the lady takes the kids on adventures, and Luna has her yoga mat, and she'll sit there for 30 minutes or probably hours if I let her, and just be fully intent and engaged in doing yoga on the Harry Potter adventure or the princess adventure or whatever. So there's cool stuff like that. You got to get the kids engaged in creative ways, hopefully educational, so that, you know, you're not just getting benefited by them being busy. They're also benefiting from it too. Let's see. Just got here. What are we flipping? It ain't pancakes. Inventory Lab's worth the money, or bite the bullet and get Scan Lister and the tracking spreadsheet. So Inventory Labs is definitely worth the money. I use all of those. So the thing is Scan Lister is the best for books in my opinion. We list books in a bulk fashion, not one at a time. So I feel like Scan Lister is the best. Whereas if you list individually, you want to use Inventory Lab. You're stickering as you go, one at a time. I have been shown by John Reuter that you can list books with Inventory Lab at a comparable rate. So it's not the end all be all or whatever. And Inventory Lab does come with Scoutify, free scouting app or whatever, and you can use that. So if you don't do books, you probably should get Inventory Lab, because Scoutify, which doesn't have database, which is why I said don't do books, is a great app considering it's free and comes with Inventory Lab. One of the best things about Inventory Lab that I like is the accounting features. So you can go in there and you can see by supplier which store is doing better for you, which location is selling more stuff, which categories are selling better for you, and even things like how many pairs of shoes do we have on hand? You can't answer that question easily inside of Amazon's platform, but you can inside of Inventory Lab. You can search your current inventory by category, quantity, see how many shoes you sold this month, last month, how many on hand, etc., etc. And we do use Inventory Lab to list all of our more expensive retail arbitrage items that get listed one at a time, stickered as they're listed, with all the minimums and the SKUs put into App Eagle all at the same time. So, and being priced in listed, price, stickered, prices put into the repricer and everything, and getting ready to be boxed up. So that's for the more expensive stuff. I guess the signal's bad. Let me see what's up with the signal. Signal's going bad, guys. Anyways, I gotta go out into the kitchen and have some dinner. So thank you for joining me on this broadcast, and I'm so stoked that YouTube Mobile has live now. I'm going to be going live a lot more now, guys, from weird places too. So have a good night, guys.